Have you ever imagined the daughter of a Chinese tech billionaire, a family with deep ties to the country's political elite, giving up everything to marry a university student working part-time in a campus coffee shop in Canada, all because of a single encounter? What could have possibly happened that night to make her renounce a fortune worth billions and a strategic marriage to a fellow magnate just to choose this Canadian man? Today, we share the incredible story of Mei Ling Jiang from Shanghai, China. And yes, she is from that Jiang family, the one behind the renowned Dynasty Technologies. Hello, my name is Mei Ling Jiang, and I am 28 years old. My father is the chairman of Dynasty Technologies, one of the leading tech conglomerates in China. My mother comes from a family with deep roots in government, connecting us to the very heart of the nation's power. You ask how wealthy we were? When I was born, my father established a charitable foundation in my name. For my 16th birthday, I was gifted a custom electric supercar worth over $1 million. When I turned 20 and went to study in London, a luxury penthouse in Kensington was my welcome present. But all of this was just a gilded cage, a realization that hit me when I was 25. One evening in January 2022, during dinner with my family, my father spoke with a gravity I had never heard before. Mei Ling, your marriage has been decided. Suddenly, the jade chopsticks in my hand clattered onto my plate. What? Father, what do you mean? Your fiancé is Mr. Chen, the eldest son of the Chen dynasty. He is 48 this year, has been divorced twice. You will be his third wife. 48 years old, twice divorced, the third wife. These words echoed in my mind. Father, I don't want to get married yet, especially not to a man who has already had 2 wives. Mei Ling, my father's voice was absolute. This is not a personal matter. It is a strategic merger between our family and theirs. It is an honor you cannot refuse. That night, I cried until my silk pillow was soaked. In my room, I thought of something that had always been my secret escape, the North American films and series I would stream late at night. In them, Canadian men were partners to women. They protected them, cherished their opinions, and loved them as equals. It was a world entirely different from the patriarchal, business-first society of Shanghai. That was it. I would go to Canada. The next morning, I approached my father. Father, I have a proposal. A proposal? What is it? Before the wedding, could you let me study in Canada for 6 months to learn about their advanced AI management techniques? When I return, my knowledge will be of great benefit to Mr. Canada. Chen's business as well. Canada? Why Canada? Canada is a world leader in AI technology and innovation, I argued. I want to learn from the expertise of their top corporations. It's a hot topic among the young business circles in Shanghai, you know. My father looked thoughtful. And I've already been accepted into the MBA program at the University of Toronto. The truth was, I had secretly applied and been accepted months ago. After a moment of consideration, my father said, 3 months. No more, no less. You will return in September to begin the wedding preparations. Could you make it 4 months, please? I need to complete 1 full semester. Fine, 4 months, but you must promise you will return. I promise, Father, I said, knowing that in my heart I was planning something entirely different. In May of 2022, I finally arrived in Toronto. Although I had taken English lessons with a private tutor, I was still not fluent with the local slang and accents. About a week into my studies, I was studying late in the library one night. Feeling hungry, I walked into a bustling campus coffee shop near my dorm. What is all this? Even though I could read English, the sheer variety of options on the menu was overwhelming. Venti, grande, oat milk, double shot, macchiato. I was completely lost. Need a hand with that? I turned to see a young man in the coffee shop's uniform standing there. His name tag read, Liam. Ah, which one is good? Are you an international student? Do you like sweet things? he asked with a warm smile. I do, yes, no problem. In that case, I recommend this one. It's a maple latte. It's very Canadian and very delicious, he said. He not only helped me choose, but also made it perfectly for me. Thank you. You're very kind. No problem at all. Are you a student here? I'm in my final year of the business program myself. I'm also in the business faculty, doing my MBA. What an incredible coincidence. That day, we sat and talked for a long time over coffee at a small table in the shop. After that, I found myself going to that coffee shop 3 or 4 times a week just to see Liam. He would always greet me with a welcoming smile, saying, "You're back again," which I loved. One day, Liam asked, "Are you free tomorrow? I could show you around the campus. There are a lot of great hidden spots." And that was the beginning of our first date. As we walked through the university grounds, Liam was constantly looking out for me. "Is the sun too strong? Let's find some shade. Would you like to try a bubble tea?" Men from my world in Shanghai would never ask such things. They simply assume a woman's role is to follow. "What would you like for lunch? Are there any foods you can't eat for any reason?" I was a little taken aback, but answered honestly, "Well, I'm not used to very greasy food." "Then let's go to that amazing dim sum place in Chinatown. I know a really authentic one." I was so surprised. He didn't find my preferences strange at all. Instead, he was naturally considerate. One afternoon, as I was struggling to carry a heavy stack of textbooks, Liam came running up to me. "Let me help you with that. Where are you headed?" "It's okay, I can manage." "No way, that looks heavy. You'll hurt your back." "Let me help." In Shanghai, I had never seen a man offer to help a woman carry her things. It was always the women who had to carry their own shopping bags and belongings. Another time, when I had a cold, he noticed immediately. "Mei Ling, your voice sounds a bit off." "Do you have a cold?" "Just a little one," I replied. 30 minutes later, Liam appeared at my dorm with a bag. He had bought me chicken noodle soup, vitamin C packets, and ginger tea. "Drink this, you'll feel better," he said. I almost cried. If a man from Shanghai found out his wife was sick, he'd likely just say, "Well, go rest then," and that would be the end of it. But as my feelings for Liam deepened, so did my anxiety. Was what I was doing right? I had to return soon to get married. Was I just going to end up hurting Liam? It was then that Liam asked me cautiously, "Mei Ling, do you have a boyfriend?" My heart skipped a beat. "No," I said. "It was a lie. I had a fiancé. In that case, would it be okay if I liked you?" In that second, I decided I had to tell him part of the truth. "Liam, actually, I have to go back to China soon, and I have to marry someone my family has chosen for me." Liam's face fell. "Oh, I see. I'm sorry." A long silence hung between us. Then, Liam spoke up. "But for the time you are here in Canada, can't I still like you?" About a month later, on a day with heavy rain, I was trapped in the library without an umbrella. My phone buzzed. It was Liam. "Mei Ling, are you at the library right now? I'll bring you an umbrella." 10 minutes later, Liam arrived, completely breathless from running. We walked back to my dorm under a single umbrella. When we got there, I noticed Liam's entire left shoulder was soaking wet. "Hey, why are you all wet on one side?" "I didn't want your new jacket to get wet," he said simply. In that moment, my heart shattered. Did a man this naturally caring and selfless really exist in the world? "Liam, I like you. I like you so much," I confessed. "I know I have to go back, but for now at least. Please accept my heart." In the pouring rain, we shared our first kiss. It was the beginning of something sweet, but also deeply sorrowful. After we had been dating for a month, my guilt grew heavier. Liam was so sincere with me, but I was hiding my true identity. One day, he asked, "What does your family do, Mei Ling?" My heart dropped. "Oh, they're just in general business," I mumbled. I see. Well, if you come to Canada again, you should bring them to have dinner with my parents. That night, I couldn't sleep. How could I continue lying like this? A week later, I decided I couldn't hide it anymore. Liam, we need to talk about something important. We met at a quiet cafe. Liam sat across from me, a worried look on his face. What's wrong? Liam, I'm sorry. The truth is, I've been hiding a secret from you. I took a deep breath. I'm not just an ordinary student. I am the daughter of the Zhang family in China, the Dynasty Technologies family. My father is the chairman of one of the country's largest tech companies. Liam's eyes widened. And what's more shocking is that in less than 4 months, I'm supposed to marry a 8-year-old man who has already been married twice. Silence filled the space between us. I could see a storm of emotions on his face: shock, a sense of betrayal, and profound sadness. Why? Why are you only telling me this now? I'm so sorry. At first, I thought we would just be friends. But you were so kind, so wonderful. I fell for you before I could stop myself. Liam let out a long sigh. So, what do you want to do, Mei Ling? Are you going to go back and marry him? I don't want to, but when I think of my family, my father is a very powerful and formidable man. If I defy him, there will be a huge crisis. So, we have to end it here, is that it? Liam's voice was filled with sorrow. I don't know, I really don't know. You're important to me. But my family is too. After that, we didn't see each other for a few days. We both needed time to process our thoughts. A week later, Liam contacted me first. Mei Ling, can we meet? We met at High Park. Liam's expression was resolute. I've thought about it, he said. If you really have to go back, then I want to be with you until the very last day. I don't want to live with regrets. Liam, but there's one thing I have to ask you. Mei Ling, do you truly not want that marriage? Of course I don't, I exclaimed. I want to marry someone I love. I don't want to be the third wife of some old business tycoon. Then Liam said, taking my hand, let's find a way together. Don't give up yet. After that, our relationship became even stronger, but the shadow of our separation always loomed over us. 2 months later, it was Liam's birthday. What do you want to do for your birthday? I asked. I just want to be with you, Mei Ling. On his birthday, I brought a small cake to his student apartment. Happy birthday! Even though his place was simple, it was immaculately clean. On the wall were photos of us he had printed out. We ate cake, drank some local craft beer, and talked about everything and nothing. Outside the window, the Toronto skyline glittered. Mei Ling, do you ever regret it? Meeting a poor student like me? What are you saying? Meeting you is the best thing that has ever happened in my life. Liam took my hand. Let's make the most of the time we have left. That night, perhaps because of the beer, we grew closer in a natural way. Mei Ling. As Liam's lips met mine, the world seemed to stop. Is this okay? He asked gently. I nodded. That night, for the first time, we became one. Liam was incredibly tender with me until the very end. If it hurts, tell me right away. I'll be slow. It was a world away from the first night stories my friends in Shanghai had told me. They spoke of husbands who were rough and selfish. But with Liam, if I showed the slightest discomfort, he would pause and ask, Are you okay? Thank you for being so gentle. This is my first time. Who would ever want to hurt the person they love? He whispered. His words made tears stream down my face. The next morning I had made my decision. Liam, I don't want to go back to China. I don't want to marry my fiancé. I love you, Liam. I really, truly love you. But reality was not so simple. Mei Ling, your time is up. Come back at once. It was a call from my father. Father, I'm staying in Canada. What? If you don't come back, I will cut you out of the family inheritance. Even so, I am staying with Liam. A few days later, my second eldest brother and my uncle showed up in Toronto. Mei Ling, wake up! How can you associate with some poor Westerner? Brother, I love Liam. I truly love him. Did you not promise to marry into the Chen family? Just then, Liam appeared. I will protect Mei Ling, he said firmly. What? And who are you? Your monthly salary is probably less than what my driver makes, my brother scoffed, but Liam stood his ground, dignified. Love cannot be bought with money. I love Mei Ling with all my heart. The following 6 months felt like a war. Threats, persuasion, and pressure from my family were relentless. Mei Ling, I have frozen all of your credit cards. How will you live now? My father's text read. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm with Liam, I'm happy. The truth was, Liam had to take on 3 part-time jobs. On weekends, he worked at a distribution center. On weekdays, he tutored during the day and worked at the coffee shop at night. I'm so sorry for making you go through this, I told him. What is there to be sorry for? Being with the person I love makes me happy. We may be poor, but we're happy. Every morning, Liam would pack a lunch for me. He would buy me my favorite Timbits, and sometimes he'd surprise me with a delicious breakfast from a local cafe. But this life had its limits. One day, Liam made a monumental decision. Mei Ling, I'm going to China. What? I want to meet your father in person and formally ask for his permission. That's insane. It's dangerous. Do you have any idea how intimidating my father is? I have to go anyway. I don't want to live our lives hiding. I want to be accepted with dignity. From that day on, Liam began an incredible preparation. Every night, he studied Mandarin, Chinese business culture, and traditional etiquette. Liam, why are you doing all this? I asked, finding him asleep over his textbooks at 2 a.m. while studying Mandarin characters. Tears filled my eyes. For you, Mei Ling, I can do anything. During the day, he juggled his 3 jobs. At night, he took Mandarin classes. On weekends, he studied etiquette and tea ceremonies at a cultural center in Toronto's Chinatown. Nin Ho, Loshi. Wo de Fayin Zen Meyang? Hello, teacher. How is my pronunciation? His teachers were impressed by his determination. With a young man as dedicated as you, your future father-in-law will surely open his heart. 6 months passed. Liam could now hold a basic conversation in Mandarin and had memorized key aspects of Chinese business etiquette. Are you really going? I asked, teary-eyed, at Toronto Pearson Airport. Don't worry, I'll come back with his permission. If there's any danger, I'll return immediately, understand? I love you, Mei Ling. On March 15th, 2023, Liam departed. Upon arriving in Shanghai, he went straight to my family's estate, but he was stopped by the guards. You don't have an appointment. You can't enter. I am the man who loves Mei Ling. Please tell the chairman I must see him. The guards laughed mockingly. Go home. The chairman doesn't meet people for reasons like that. But Liam didn't back down. He knelt right there on the ground. I will wait here. In March, the Shanghai air is thick and humid, with temperatures climbing above 30 degrees Celsius. On the first day, under the relentless sun, his skin turned bright red. On the second day, his lips were cracked and he was suffering from dehydration. By the third day, he was on the verge of collapsing. The household staff tried to sneak him some water, but he refused. I will wait with dignity. Finally, news of this reached my father. What? That Canadian boy has been kneeling at our gate for 3 days? On the night of the 3rd day, my father came out himself. You are that Canadian boy. Despite his dehydrated state, Liam struggled to his feet and greeted my father with a respectful bow. Ninho, Zhang Shancheng, Wao de Mingzi Shi Liam. Hello, Mr. Zhang. My name is Liam. My father was visibly surprised that this Westerner could greet him in perfect, formal Mandarin. Why are you doing such a foolish thing? You could die. Because I love Mei Ling with all my heart. To be able to marry her, I would not regret giving my life. My father allowed Liam into the house, and the formal tests began. You know nothing of our culture, do you? Just then, Liam began to prepare a formal tea ceremony, demonstrating perfect form and knowledge he had learned. He served the tea correctly, using only his right hand and presenting the cup at the proper angle. How do you know these things? If I am to marry Mei Ling, I believed it was my duty to know, Liam replied. After that day, my father made a stunning proposal. Fine. You will live in our house for 1 month. During this time, I will observe you. For 1 month, Liam lived in our home. He woke at dawn to join my grandfather for Tai Chi. During the day, he shadowed my father at work, learning the business. In the evenings, he ate with the family, learning our customs. It was especially difficult during the formal banquets, but he never complained once. My brothers, who had once been hostile, began to open up. Hey, Liam, want to go shoot some hoops? My second brother asked one day. My mother was impressed when she saw Liam helping the staff clear dishes in the kitchen. A man from our circle would never do that. Even my notoriously picky grandmother relented. That young man, his eyes are sincere. You can see he truly loves our Mei Ling. As the month drew to a close, my father gave him one final test. Create a business plan for Dynasty Technologies' expansion into the North American market. You have 1 week. It was an impossible request. But Liam worked day and night, producing a 50-page report on a new market entry strategy through Canada-China Cultural Tech Exchange, written in 3 languages, Mandarin, English, and French. My father read the report and was silent for a long time. Liam, yes, Chairman. From now on, you may call me father. It is an honor to have you as my son. I give you my permission to marry Mei Ling. Liam grasped my father's hands and thanked him profusely. Father, I will make Mei Ling happy for the rest of her life. Just then, my phone rang. It was Liam. Mei Ling, I did it! Your father gave his permission. I clutched the phone and sobbed with tears of pure happiness. I was so overjoyed and relieved. The next day, Liam flew back to Canada. We met at the airport and held each other in a tight embrace, not caring who was watching. You really did it, Liam. Thank you. This is just the beginning. From now on, I have to do even better. A week later, my father video called us. Mei Ling, Liam, I approve of your union, but I have a few conditions. Liam nodded, his face tense. First, you must have 2 weddings to honor the traditions of both our countries. Of course, Father. Second, never let Mei Ling lose her pride as a daughter of the Zhang family. I guarantee it, sir. Third, my father paused. I hear you refused financial assistance, wanting to start on your own. That pride is admirable, but I cannot bear to watch my daughter struggle. I have a proposal. What is it, Father? You proposed a Canada-China cultural exchange business. I will provide the initial investment. However, it is a loan. You must pay back the principal with interest within 5 years. If you fail, Mei Ling must return to Shanghai to take over the family business. Tension filled the air. Liam squeezed my hand tightly. Yes, Father, within 5 years I will pay it all back, and I will make this business a success. For the first time, my father broke into a broad smile. Good. That's the determination I like to see. 2 months later, our parents met in Toronto. My parents flew in from Shanghai, and Liam's parents welcomed them warmly. Please, come in. You must be tired from your journey. The 2 mothers became fast friends. My daughter-in-law will look so beautiful in a white wedding gown. Our Mei Ling told us she wants to learn how to make Canadian butter tarts. The wedding dates were set for October 2023, with 1 ceremony in Canada and 1 in China. On the 15th of October 2023, our wedding day arrived. I was at the salon getting ready from 5 a.m. Dressed in a beautiful white lace gown with a long veil, I felt like a true Canadian bride. As the doors to the venue opened and I walked down the aisle, I met Liam's eyes. Tears were streaming down his face. He looked at me, his mouth agape, which made me emotional too. Mei Ling, you are so beautiful, Liam whispered, his voice trembling. The guests murmured their admiration. Look at the bride. She looks like a goddess. After the ceremony, I went to my new in-laws. They hugged me tightly. My mother-in-law was crying. My daughter-in-law, you are truly our daughter now. My father-in-law took my hand and said, welcome to the family. From now on, you are our daughter. Give us lots of grandchildren. The reception feast was specially prepared. On one side was a buffet of Canadian classics, and on the other, a full Chinese banquet. My mother tried poutine for the first time and exclaimed, Aya! So this is the legendary poutine. It's surprisingly delicious. My father gave a thumbs up as he tried maple-glazed salmon. Canadian cuisine is excellent. A month later, we traveled to Shanghai for our second wedding. Liam had practiced his Mandarin intensely. At the ceremony, he appeared in a custom-tailored tang suit of white silk with gold embroidery, looking like a prince from an ancient dynasty. I wore a modern golden gown adorned with diamonds and a pearl tiara. When it was time for the vows, Liam spoke in clear, confident Mandarin. I, Liam, vow before our families and ancestors to take Mei Ling Zhang as my wife, to love and honor her, and to protect her culture and traditions as my own. His perfect accent and fluent Mandarin stunned the guests. How is it possible? A Canadian speaking such perfect Mandarin in only 6 months? After the vows, my father hugged Liam. Now, you are my son, a true member of the Zhang family. At the reception, my father made a surprise announcement. On this occasion, I wish to give another gift. The penthouse in the Shanghai Tower is yours as your wedding home. Liam stood up and politely declined. Thank you very much, Father, but with respect, we must refuse. We want to start with our own strength. My father looked surprised for a moment, then burst out laughing. I knew I wasn't wrong about you. I am proud to have a son-in-law with such integrity. When we returned to Canada, we rented a small office near Toronto's financial district. Let's start from here, I said. It might be small, but it's ours. The day we hung our sign, East West Bridge Incorporated, Liam said, Mei Ling, within 5 years, we will be #1 in this industry. The first 2 months were difficult. We had no clients. But in the 3rd month, our phone rang for the first time. It was a mid-sized Canadian tech company needing consultation on entering the Chinese market. We worked day and night on our presentation and won the contract spectacularly. Our first project was worth over $1 million. We hugged and cried. After that, our reputation grew through word of mouth. In our first year, we achieved $5 million in revenue. Now, in 2025, we are still repaying the loan from my father and have already paid back $10 million, including interest. My father is incredibly proud every time we report our results. Very good. You should be able to pay it all back within 5 years. Maybe even 4 years, Father, Liam replies confidently. Our son Kai, who was born last year, is just starting to walk. Though we are still paying off our debt, we are incredibly happy. We live in a modest condo, but it is filled with love, and we are growing together every day. So, everyone, this is why I gave up everything to choose a Canadian man. True love can truly help us overcome any obstacle in reality. The Canadian men in the movies are handsome, but in real life, they are even more so. I hope you enjoyed my story today. Next week, I'll bring you another incredible story of an international couple. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. Your likes and support are the greatest motivation for us to create these videos. Thank you.